in the next 25, 30 minutes will open your eyes and open your mind to the possibilities of entrepreneurship with my business. Now, our mission statement is to help families earn more income, become properly protected, debt-free, and financially independent. Now, we've been in business since 1977, so this isn't something new that we're just trying out. We've been doing the right thing 100% of the time for 43 years. We're the largest independent financial service and marketing and over 2 million investment clients. We're listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Our tick symbol is PRI. We used to be part of a company called Citi Financial. It was one of the third largest banks in the world. But back in 2010, we realized it was an upside-down relationship, meaning all the money was going up top and it wasn't being funneled down to the agents. So we went to Wall Street and became public. Our stock started at $15 a share back in 2010. We're trading at $114 a share right now. We've been hovering between $100 to $140 a share this year. So as you can see, Wall Street still sees us as a very profitable company, even in the midst of this pandemic that we're going through. Forbes magazine named us one of America's most trustworthy financial companies in 2015. Now, Forbes magazine is a major publication, and you can't pay for the endorsement. You have to make sure that they're viable and that they are that you are a legitimate business. Forbes magazine in 2019 named us one of America's one of the best employers for women to work. And yet again in 2020, Forbes magazine named us one of the best employers for women to work again. So that's a huge, huge deal, guys, because the financial services industry is mainly dominated by males. But there are some women in this business doing some phenomenal things right now. And who are we? A lot of people have heard of us, and they say, yeah, I know you guys are that life insurance company. We do a lot more than life insurance. I like to reference us to two companies that I'm sure you shopped at one time or another. That's Amazon and Walmart. What can you buy at Walmart? You can buy clothes, you can buy groceries, you can buy electronics. Walmart is nothing but a distribution outlet. It's nothing but a box that markets to the middle class American. And we do the exact same thing we do in financial services. Now, think about it. The rich people, the wealthy people of the world, they have things in place like money managers, investment bankers, and they got money, so they can buy whatever they want to buy, right? Now, the poor people, the lower class people, I hate using that word, they have things in place like Section 8, food stamps, and welfare. Well, who are the people that are missing out on all the goodies? It's the middle class working American. Think about it. There are no programs, there is no assistance set aside that focuses or gives attention to the middle class. And that's where we come in at. We say, hey, we want to market to the bulk of the economy, the bulk of the Americans that are missing out on everything. At the very top, I want you to picture this as a wheel. At the very top, you'll see a company called Voya Financial. Voya Financial is a company that offers 401k plans, small businesses, mom and pop shops that don't tend to offer any benefits to their employees. Working your way around the wheel counterclockwise here, you see all the investment companies that we work with. These are some major, major players, and I'm sure you recognize some of these names. AIG, for example, Lincoln Financial, Invesco has a huge office downtown Atlanta. These companies typically want you to have $250,000 in cash or $1 million in liquid assets before they even talk with you. Now, these companies have all come to Primerica and they say, hey, we want to market our products and our services to your clients. We say, sounds great. However, if you want to play with us, you must play by our rules. What that means is we want you to offer your products and your services to our clients at $25 a month. Now, there are more people in the middle class that have $25 a month and opposed to $250,000 a month, right? Working your way around the wheel, we work with, we have a prepaid legal, which is our legal protection program, Primerica Prepaid Legal. We offer identity theft. Work with a company called Answer Financial. Answer Financial is a company that offers homeowners insurance, renters insurance, and car insurance. So if I can save you $100 a month on your car insurance, that's $100 a month that goes back into your pocket that you can use to invest with and you can use to get out of debt with. But at the end of the day, we do believe very importantly in life insurance. And we do own our own 3 life insurance companies. Life insurance is the foundation of any financial home. Now, the most common thing that I hear from clients is, hey, I'm good riding and having a job. Well, what happens if you lose your job? Like over 50 million people year to date have lost their job. If you lose your job, you lose what? You lose your benefits. That includes your health insurance, and that includes your life insurance. So we do believe that life insurance is very important to have even outside of your workplace. Now here's a real life example here. A real life family making $3,500 each, so $7,000 a month between the both of them. Beautiful daughter here, as you can see. Look at their bills. Their bills are $7,000 a month. So where's their money going every month? Everyday life. You don't see any fancy vacations. You don't see a lavish lifestyle. This family is living to pay their bills, and this family is living paycheck to paycheck. Unfortunately, like most Americans right now, are living paycheck to paycheck, unfortunately. Now, what happens when this happens? Husband disappears. Husband doesn't return home. Nice way of saying the husband died. How did he die? COVID-19, cancer, heart disease. There's so many different ways that people are dying right now, guys. But what happens to the beautiful wife and beautiful daughter that he leaves behind? Statistics show that 85% of widows within 12 months of losing their loved one will file for bankruptcy and lose their home to foreclosure and move in with other family members that are already struggling if you do not have the proper type of life insurance in place. We like to refer to life insurance in our business as your final love letter. Well, how much do you love your family? Well, how much life insurance do you plan on leaving in case you were to pass away? Also, we refer to life insurance as income protection because at the end of the day, guys, husband passes away, dies. All these bills you see here to the right still have to get paid, right? They don't bury these bills in the casket with the deceased. So life must go on still, right? So a lot of people get it twisted and think that life insurance is only for the person that dies. That's only part of the reason. The other part of the reason why life insurance is in place is to take care of the family and the loved ones that are being left behind. This is the rule of 72. This was discovered by Albert Einstein, believe it or not. It's known as the 8th wonder of the world, and it's also known as the banker's rule. It's what the banks know, and they're banking on you not knowing this rule. What the rule of 72 clearly states is whatever interest rate you're getting on your money, you divide it by the number 72, and it tells you approximately how long it takes your money to double. Now, understand the purpose of any investment is for you to put your money there, for it to grow, and for it to have doubling periods without you even touching it. Now, say for example, you went to your bank tomorrow, and you had $100 that you want to go open up a savings account with. Now, the typical interest rate that banks charge right now on savings accounts is 0.3%, right? So let's just say for number 6, they gave you 1%. Okay, 1 goes into 72 times, right? So it'll take your $100 72 years to become $200. Complete and total ripoff, I know, right? Now, say you had a $2,000 tax return or a $2,000 stimulus check from the government, and you wanted to go open up, say, an investment account at the credit union. Now, credit unions do tend to offer a little more competitive interest rate. So, say they gave you 3%. Now, mind you, this is a one-time investment. So 3 goes into 72 24 times, right? So here, it'll take your $2,000 investment 24 years to double. So at the end of 48 years, you got a whopping $8,000. Yeah, it grew, but I don't think anyone on this call can retire off $8,000. Now, take a look at 6%. Same $2,000 investment. At 6%, your $2,000 doubles every, 12 years. 6 goes into 72 12 times. So at the end of 48 years, now you got $32,000. A lot better than $8,000, but it still doesn't equate to a retirement, right? Now, take a very close look at 12%. This is the magic of compound interest. At 12%, that $2,000 investment doubles every 6 years. Because 12 goes into 72 6 times. So at the end of 48 years, you got $512,000. Now, it's a game changer, right? Because think about it. If you're totally financially independent and you're debt-free, remember, that ties into our mission statement. We teach our clients to be financially independent, debt-free. So if you got $500,000 sitting in an investment account getting 12%, you can retire and live a pretty comfortable lifestyle. But my question to you guys is, why is there over $1 trillion right now, as we speak, sitting in savings accounts across the banks in the United States of America? My belief is because people just aren't educated. People just do not understand how money works. And what you don't know will hurt you all day long. If you ever played any game, any sport, whether it's a football, soccer, board game, card game, any game or any sport, they all have rules. If you don't know the rules to the game, can you win at the game? The answer to that question is no. The same thing applies to money, guys. If you don't know the rules to money, you will not win at the game of money. And the banks are banking on you not knowing this rule. That's why they're giving clients 0%, and they're taking your hard-earned money. Banks like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, who own millions of dollars our stock, they're taking the money, giving people 0%, coming over to companies like ours, getting 12, 20, 30% all day long. You work hard for your money. Your money should work hard for you. Now, our crusade is real. That's a huge deal we do for our clients and for our representatives. Life insurance, I mentioned that earlier. More than 40% of Americans right now don't have any form of life insurance. The most common thing that I hear is, I got it on my job, Rodney. We talked about this earlier. What if you lose your job? You lose your benefits. That includes your health insurance and your life insurance. Investments. Americans right now can't handle a $400 emergency expense without borrowing money or selling something. The United States of America is the richest, most wealthiest country in the world, and people are retiring with $15,000 to their name. How in the world is that happening? I think, once again, it just goes back to financial education and investing. Most people don't think they have enough money to invest, guys. Hey, I raised my hand. I was guilty. I never had a clue that you can start an investment account for $25 a month. When I heard the word investing, I always thought it was done by rich people, by wealthy people. Because I didn't learn this stuff in school, guys. It actually gets worse if you ignore it. You can move from here to California to Canada, change your phone number, change your zip code. These bill collectors will find you. They have somewhere tracking you down. It's like they got a GPS tracker on you, right? College, student loan debt, guys. Now, you want to talk about, in my opinion, one of the biggest scams in American history is college and student loan debt. I know growing up as a kid, my mom taught me, go to school, son, study hard, get good grades, get a good education. You do that, you get out and get a good what? Get a good job. Guys, I followed that system to a T. It did not work that way for me. I graduated, went to school, graduated with honors, by the way, from a prestigious college. Went out into the job force, say, hey, where's my six-figure income? They said, well, you're going to make $25,000 a year, Rodney. I'm like, no, I have all this education you told me to get. Well, you don't have no experience, Rodney, so we can't pay you that. Well, a lot of people do in that case, they go out and get another degree. It's called a master's degree. Because I got to fix the first degree with the second degree, right? Because it got to be the degree. And you told me to follow the system and then graduate and get out, and they still want what? They want you to have experience. Some people will go a step further, guys. They go out and get another degree. My wife did this. My wife has 3 college degrees. Go out and get another degree. She said, hey, I heard there's money in healthcare, right? So let me get a healthcare management degree. She wanted to go manage like doctors and nurses in a hospital system. Graduated, accumulated student loan debt. Graduated, we went out and got a resume professionally done, spent $1,000. She's applying for all these jobs at the hospital. They said, no, you don't have any experience, because there was a whole new field for her. So at this point, you got a family. We had kids, and life happens, so you can't be a career student. At some point, you got to go to work. Got a job making $30,000 a year, guys. Making $30,000 a year, she owed $100,000 in student loan debt. Well, how do you get ahead in that system, guys? You make 30, but you owe 100. You don't get ahead. And the opportunity that we have right now, guys, is second to none. Let me tell you, our agents in the past 6 months during a global pandemic have made more money than we've ever made in the entire history of the company. And we've been in business for 43 years, and our reps are setting record numbers right now during a pandemic. And the reason why, guys, because there's so in corporate America, I was part of that 85%. I hated my job. I hated it. I hated somebody telling me, Rodney, you got to be at work at this time, or you can't take a vacation at this time of the year because we're busy. I hated that. What about my family? What about what my kids want to do? But guys, they don't care about that. Corporate America doesn't care about you or your family. I hope you understand that. All they care about is you better be there when they say be there. You better leave when they say leave. Stay as long as they want you to stay, and do what they say do. If you don't follow that system, they'll find somebody that will. So I hated that. I just hated being part of that. But unfortunately, guys, people will follow that system for 30, 40, 50 years, knowing they deserve better, knowing they can do better. But what people would say, hey, at least I got a job, Rodney. At least I'm getting a paycheck next week. But how's that looking right now? Works about 5 hours a week. Working about 5 hours a week, they see between 3 to 5 clients a month. Now, we don't throw you out there and say, go get them, go sick them. We teach you, train you, develop you, walk with you the entire way, hold your hand, and make sure that you understand what you're doing. We train you. We have training on steroids here, guys. So trust me, you're not going to be alone out there. Okay? And once you get it, take maybe a couple of months, you'll understand. My 11-year-old son can do this business, guys. Trust me, it's not rocket science. But we've seen that the average part-time representative that works with us makes between $1,000 to $3,000 a month. Part-time, working 5 hours a week. Now, me personally, I don't know any part-time position. To me, it was kind of a no-brainer when I saw this presentation. Now, this is the regional vice president contract. This is what I came here for. And this does require you to be full-time. As you can see, the compensation is a little bit higher, $6,000 a month. And you're seeing the same amount of clients personally as you were part-time. But the difference here in being a vice president, guys, is you got a team of people working with you. 6 to 8 people, and they're normally part-time people that come to work with you. They say, hey, I need to make some extra income. Between you and your team, you see about 25 clients a month. Now, this business model is no different than, I said the close thing that it compares to is State Farm, Allstate, Nationwide insurance agencies, okay? Or the real estate brokerage model. No different. So between you and your team, you send about 25 clients a month, like I said. So the company pays you something called management pay, override pay, because you train and develop those part-time representatives. So the company pays you $18,000 in management pay. So you, as the regional vice president, make $24,000 in a month. I'm going to let that sit there, guys, in a month. Now, if you're like me right now, my mouth would flew open when I saw this stat. I'm like, no way, no how. And the reason why I can understand, I can comprehend this, is because my circle of friends weren't having this kind of conversation. My circle of friends I was hanging around with weren't making this kind of money. Maybe in a year, maybe 6 months, but not in a month. But let me tell you, I'm around more people right now that are making more money in a month than most people making an entire year. So to me, mentally, that was a game changer. But guys, people are broke because of 3 reasons. Think about it. People are typically broke because of 3 reasons. They hang around, they listen to, and they take advice from other broke people. Show me your friends, I'll show you future. Show me who you hang around on a daily basis, I'll show you exactly what you're going to become. If you hang around 4 broke people, guess what? You're going to be the 5th. If you hang around 4 wealthy people, guess what? You're going to be the 5th. So just be very careful who you listen to and who you take advice from. Guys, when I saw this presentation for the first time, the exact same one you're looking at right now, everything they said is like they were talking directly to me. Paycheck to paycheck. Yep, check. My hands raised. Made $70,000, $80,000 in corporate America, but I was paycheck to paycheck, guys. All I knew how to do was make money, spend it, make it, spend it. Life insurance. I only had it on my job, guys, and I thought I was good. Never, ever once thought about, what if I lose my job? What if I leave my job? What happened to my life insurance? Never thought about it. And investing, the word investing was a foreign language to me. I know I had a 401k on my job, but what was in it, I couldn't even tell you. What interest rate I was getting, I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue. So everything they said to me, it hit home. I'm like, you know what? You're throwing me a lifeline. You telling me that you can change all this? I'm drowning, and you telling me you can help me? Okay, where do I sign up? So, hey, I was all in. But let me tell you, I went and talked to a good friend of mine. I was so excited. They said, hey, go find some more people, Rodney, that you think that could benefit from what you just heard. Went and talked to a good friend of mine, hard worker, good guy. Said, man, you got to come check out this business, man. These people are doing some phenomenal, crazy things, man. He was like, Rodney, man, you sound excited. What are you talking about? What's the name of the company? I said, Primerica, why? He said, Rodney, come on. Don't you know Primerica is a pyramid scheme? Don't you know Primerica is a scam? And I'm like, wait a minute, what do you mean? I just saw that they've been in business since 1977. Check, tells me they're legitimate. And I see that they're on the New York Stock Exchange. I know scams don't last for 40-some years, and I know scams are not on the New York Stock Exchange. And I saw all the companies that we partner with, the AIGs of the world, the Franklin Templeton companies that I'm very familiar with. So I didn't have no chance to make, you know what, I'm not listening to you. And I thank God that I didn't listen to him, guys. Let me tell you, I thank God I did. Because guess where he's at right now? He's right where I left him. Right where I left him. I saw him about a month or 2 ago. You're like, man, Rodney, man, I said, I hear you doing great things, man. I hear you traveling, going to the beach, and I see you in Orlando and, down in Hilton Head. Man, how you doing all this traveling during the pandemic? I said, yeah, man, life is great. I said, you know why it's great? I said, because I ain't listening to you. So what do you mean? I said, remember you told me this thing was a pyramid or a scam? I said, well, guess what? I'm still here. And guess what? It's the real deal. And he's like, oh, go ahead, man. I said, no, I'm serious. It's real, man. I said, I thank God that I listened to you. So, guys, once again, be careful who you listen to, who you take advice from. But what we do does require you to have a license. And that shows, again, it's not one of them things. You have to get a license. You have to go through a background check. We have to know who we're working with. We're dealing with people's personal information. Now, if you were to come out the street and apply for all the licenses that we offer, it would cost you between $2,000 to $2,500 to get the licenses. Primerica has subsidized the cost, that it's only $124 to get you started. Now, that $124 doesn't go to me, doesn't go to the invited to the architect, to the presentation here. It goes directly to the state you're living in to get your license and to get your background check done. I'm very upfront about that. Just as you are applying for any license, a driver's license, or a real estate license, or liquor license, any license has a fee associated with it. No different here, guys. That's it. What we have what we do in a nutshell. If it's something you're interested in doing, get with the person that invited you to the opportunity meeting. They will share with you the next steps. We do have an orientation that we hold for people that are seeking additional information, getting paperwork done. I do thank you for your time. Hopefully, something I said has resonated with you. Hopefully, something I said will, make you open your eyes to this wonderful opportunity that we all have here. Have a great rest of your afternoon, and God bless.